on YouTube Live saying, "What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody's doing great." It's been a hellacious past few days. I'm still trying to catch up on some sleep, on what I lost this past weekend and what happened last night. So I'm still reeling from it, but I could not be doing some live today. So I'm here back on YouTube saying, "What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well." So last Monday morning, January 5th, 2026, it was very difficult. So Sunday night, I did some filming with one of my students, Skylar, and we got done like around 10:30. So we didn't go like super late. And I got home like around 11, and I had to take care of some personal family stuff, and I wasn't able, like, I'm normally go to sleep around 2 o'clock in the morning because of my job. So going to sleep any earlier than that is just very difficult for me. So if I knew if I went to bed at 2 in the morning and I had to get up at 5, like what kind of sleep could I have gotten? What kind of substantive rest would I have been able to receive because of that? So I made a decision to just not go to sleep because the last thing I need to happen is oversleep because I needed to be somewhere on Monday morning. And where is that somewhere? Well, I had to appear at the Norwalk Superior Court building on Monday, January 5th, 2026 at 8:30 in the morning. Norwalk, California is in Los Angeles County, at the border of Los Angeles and Orange County. And I live about an hour and a half away from Norwalk. And that's without traffic. Now imagine driving on the very first Monday after the holidays. That early in the morning, and it's been raining. Thankfully, it didn't rain that day. Um, I knew that if I was to get there on time, I had to leave earlier, like 2025 earlier. And so I decided, since I wasn't the only one that was subpoenaed. It was my friend who was my former boss. We were both subpoenaed to appear in court. And so what we decided to do was that I was going to drive to his house, and then from there we were going to drive together to Norwalk Superior Court. And we got to Norwalk at 7 because we anticipated a lot more traffic, but thankfully because we took the fast track, and carpool lane, we didn't really experience that much traffic. So thank God for that. We were expecting to get there around 7:30, 7:45. We actually got there at 7. So it was really a really great break for us. And then we walked into the courthouse around 8, and then like I said, we had to check in at 8:30. Well, that's when we were summoned to be there at 8:30. We got in front of the courtroom, and the door was locked. It was around 8:15. So me and my friend decided to take a selfie in front of the courtroom door because I know you're not allowed to have phones inside the courtroom, but I needed some sort of evidence to show that I showed up on time, just in case. And if for those of you who've ever been subpoenaed, you know that it could be a lot of trouble if you don't show up on time. So we got in. They let us in around 8:45, and then people were still setting up, and the prosecutor confirmed who we were. We checked in with the sheriffs, and then the prosecutor confirmed who we were. And by the time we were all done checking in, and we're looking about 9:15, 9:20 around that time already. The lawyer or the defense team that subpoenaed me and my buddy didn't even show up till 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, bro, if you're gonna make me get up, I mean, not even get up because I didn't go to sleep, but if you're gonna make me drive that early to arrive at court at 8:30, and you're not even gonna show up till 10 o'clock in the morning, then shame on you. Shame on you for asking me to get up that early for you to show up at 10 o'clock. Because honestly, and for those who ever drive in Southern California, you know that there's a significant difference in traffic density between anytime between 6 and 8 a.m. and in 8:30 a.m. and until rush hour again at 4 p.m. in the evening. So if I was to be if you're showing up at 10 and I'm supposed to show up at 10, I would have left my house at 8, right? And then been able to then still get there by 9:30. Okay? And then, so now imagine this. If I was to leave my house at 8, that means I could have to wake up at 7. I'm doing well, Chastity Prophet. How are you? I hope you're doing well as well. I would have gotten up at like 7:30, got showered. And I took the shower the night before, so I wouldn't have to the next morning. And I would have gotten at least 7 hours sleep. Hey, Silius, did I pronounce that right? Hello. I would have arrived. Oh, thank you, Marlene Johnson. I appreciate that. So, so the mere fact that he showed up at 10 a.m. while I showed up at 8:15 a.m. Dude, that's not cool. Silly. Okay, cool. I hope. Thank you for correcting me. It's just I don't understand. Like, why are you asking me to be there at 8:30 when you're not even showing up till 10? All right. So now we're there. The defense attorney is trying to make it, make it sound like this is such a unique situation. It's not a unique situation, folks. It's not. His client stole, and me and my friend were witnesses to that. Your client stole, and he's trying to get. And I get it. He's the defense attorney. He's trying to get him off. So he was, and then after all of that being said and done, before anything else, I mean, it's like we don't know how long we're gonna be there. It's already a crazy day. After all said and done, around 10:45, they told us to go home, and that we are still are subpoenaed to come back on March 19th. So the whole time that I had to not sleep Sunday night, leave my house at 5 in the morning, get to the Norwalk Superior Courthouse at 8 a.m. and then the defense attorney, FMA stands for Filipino Martial Arts, but great question, unusual. And then for the attorney to show up at 10 a.m. and then to tell me at 10:45 that I go home and come back in March. I'm like, couldn't that just be an email? Couldn't you just text me? Right? And then the defense attorney comes up to us, hey, we're really sorry, but it's such a unique situation. I'm like, inside my head, I'm like, no, it's not. Your client is a thief. He stole. Okay. But I understand that this is the judiciary system. This is how it works, but good Lord, man. You made me get up that early and drive all the way there just to tell me to come back and do it all over again. Right? It's around this time, Chastity. I usually come around 10:30 at night. So I don't get it. I don't understand what was it was such, and then so now we left, we got some lunch. I got back at home like around 1:30, and I have to teach Filipino martial arts at 6 p.m. And it's about a 20-minute drive from my house to my studio. So I had to leave my house no later than 5 because I like to get here a little bit earlier and stretch and do what I need to do to prepare the studio. And keep in mind that we haven't had a class since December 17th. So this was our first class back from the holidays. So I get here I set my alarm for 4:30. I woke up and thinking, why am I waking up at 4:30 in the morning? And I realized, no, this is 4:30 in the afternoon, and I have to go to the studio. I get to the studio around 5 o'clock, and I'm just like zombie mode. And then Monday, January 5th, was the first day of tournament training, which means that I'm not gonna leave the studio no earlier than 2 in the morning. This is why I can't. It's hard for me to get up that late. Oh, thank you, Chastity. Right. So yeah. So that's the that was Monday. That was my Sunday Monday day. Right. And then so I got home. Like I said, around. Oh, so I left home. I got home a little bit earlier on Monday slash Tuesday. I got home like around 11:30 at night on Monday night, and I was hungry, but I was exhausted, so I just crashed. I just crashed and woke up around 6 in the morning just to use the restroom and finally get a little bit of something to eat, and then went back to bed again. And I was gonna wake up at 10 because I had a doctor's appointment at 11. And quite honestly, guys, I rescheduled. I couldn't go because the tractor beam of my bed was pulling me so strong. Like, you ain't getting up, fool. So thankfully, I didn't have to teach Tuesday. Tuesday was my scheduled, day off. I was planning to come to the studio and do some live, but I was just too exhausted. And then so now, so I pretty much rested on Tuesday, got a little bit of work done, did some editing of videos, and then Wednesday morning, I, just everything was fine. And then unfortunately, my mom wasn't feeling well. So around 4 in the morning, I had to call 911 so that the ambulance could take her to the hospital. I'm not going to exactly tell you what's wrong with my mom, but basically she had a hard time breathing. We thought it was her asthma, but it was actually pneumonia. So my mom's home now, and she's already resting, and my sister's there, so she's not alone. Um, but because of that, my sleep schedule got thrown off the wheel again, and I went back to sleep around noon. Woke up at 4 o'clock, and I knew I had to get up and get to the studio again. So it's just I mean it's just my schedule has just been thrown off, and what really threw it off wasn't my mom. It was that stupid court case that again I didn't need to be there. I didn't need to be there. I didn't need to participate, and it was a complete waste of time. The only good thing was I got to hang out with my buddy, and he said, "Well, at least we get to hang out." I'm like, "That's true. I mean, I'm like I told him, I'm always ready to hang out with you in the afternoon, not in the morning, right?" So, but it was all taken care of. I mean, for now, at least it's taken care of, and now we're back to the swing of things. But yeah, tournament training is getting ready. We're, you know, we're I got my guys going, and we're just getting ready for the next tournament that we'll be attending would be the Wake Off USA National Tournament in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's going to be on March 7th. So for if any of you guys live in Las Vegas and you want to come check out the tournament, or you want to come say hi to me, I'll be there on March 7th. I think it was a Boys and Girls Club. Yeah, something like that. Let me look it up for you guys. Give me 1 second. Mm, there you go. The tournament is going to be on March 7th at the Boys and Girls Club of Southern Nevada. It's 10900 Southern Highlands Parkway, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89141. So I'll be there all day. I've got, I believe I am bringing 3 fighters, maybe 5. I'm not sure, but we're at least 3 fighters are going to this tournament, and we're very very much excited about it. We're already training. I have my 2 champions who are already training to be there, and one student that's also coming out of hiatus and coming back into full swing, and 3 brand new students. So we're really excited about it. So we're getting ready for that. But before that, we're also getting ready for the Lunar Festival that's going to happen on January 17th and 18th in Rancho Cucamonga, and then January 24th and 25th here in Riverside, California. So we're going to be crazy busy. And then we're also starting the Orange County group in Huntington Beach. I'm opening up a Huntington Beach group in starting January 10th. So it's just brutal, guys. And then February 7th, I'll be in Oxnard, California for an all school training. And then so it's just going to be bananas. And then March 7th, we're going to Las Vegas. So all these things are just kind of piling up as far as how busy I'm going to be, which I'm very blessed to be. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, but I'm very blessed to be. But man, finding that quality sleep, it's so precious. It is so precious. And then we still have, and then we're adding more hours to Filipino Martial Arts School. So instead of just Monday, Wednesday, it's Monday through Thursday now, starting at 6 p.m. We'll add more hours as needed. But right now it's Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m., and then a 7 p.m. class. So we're doing that. And then tournament training is going to be Monday nights from 8:30 till midnight. So all of that is being added to the schedule. All of that's being put together. So we're really hoping that this is gonna really put FMA school in a whole new stratosphere. So if you've been interested in learning Filipino martial arts, and if you're in Riverside or Huntington Beach, the two locations, please visit my website at www.fmaschool.com. All right, seems like nobody else is really just kind of chatty right now. That's fine, but I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you guys are doing great. Until next time, this is Chief Tappy Tappy, Big Boy Screamador saying peace out, God bless, and that's a tappy tappy.